You've got to have a great product. If you don't have a great product, nobody's going to want to buy it. So how can you sell? And your salespeople don't want to sell it. You don't want to sell a crappy product. And so you got to have a great product. You better make sure it's good, that people want it. Otherwise, even if you can sell it for a little while, you can't sell it for a long term.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and the wisdom of how they sold their first million.
How would you like to achieve your first million? And today we have Tony with us. We did the founder of Millionaire Choice. So Tony, tell us, what are the 5 steps to make your first million?
Well, I don't know if there's just 5 steps, Harry, but I'll give you 5 that you can apply. There might be like 20, but I'll give you 5 that I've kind of found to work for me really well. I grew up in a low-income family, and I didn't know anything about money. I was stupid. I was broke and spending all my money. So the first thing I think I had to do, whether you're a business guy or just somebody who's learning money, is you got to get money smart, man. You got to learn about money. There's not a rich person on the planet that was born with wisdom about money. No, nobody. I don't care who it is, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, any billionaire. They might have had it easier to get there, but they still had to learn. They had to learn, they have to put in the time, and they had to study money. So if you want to be good with money, you got to get money smart. You got to study money, just like you study math, English, and science at school. That's probably my number one rule that you got to live by. It's the first thing I did. Probably some of the others that kind of have served me well as I've gotten into the entrepreneur world and got away from the corporate world was, you got to learn sales. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, if you don't know anything about sales, you better learn it really, really fast, because nobody's going to sell your stuff except for you. And if you can't sell it, nobody else will. And you have to know something about sales. You have to know something about marketing, and you have to put a lot of energy into it. And even the people that you hire that say they know something about marketing, guess what? They don't know anything about marketing, right? Most of the time I just hear complaint after complaint after complaint about, I paid this guy all this money, but he didn't sell anything for me. He didn't market. It was because you tried to hand off something you should have been doing yourself. And so that's a really big deal. I've had to learn that rule as an entrepreneur. Another one, Harry, would be great product. You've got to have a great product. If you don't have a great product, nobody's going to want to buy it. So how can you sell? And your salespeople don't want to sell it. You don't want to sell a crappy product. And so you got to have a great product. You better make sure it's good, that people want it. Otherwise, even if you can sell it for a little while, you can't sell it for a long term. And so you're not going to get to a million. You might get to 100,000 with a bad product, but you're not going to go get to a million with a bad product. You got to work really hard, man. I think for me, transitioning from the corporate world, I was a 40, 50-hour week guy, and I didn't do a good job managing my energy, right? So I think as an entrepreneur, you have to understand the energy principle, and it takes a lot of energy to get something over the hump. And when you can relate to saying, hey, what's $1 million look like? Well, $1 million looks like a lot of energy. And so I better use the energy I have very effectively and efficiently. That means maybe I have to give up golfing for a little while, or I have to give up. But there's something you've got to give up that takes your energy away from you, and repurpose that energy to something that's going to pay dividends for you in the entrepreneurial world. And then someday you're going to be successful, and then you can take some of that energy back and repurpose it. But until you hit that million, or until you hit that, continued success, you've got to repurpose your energy. And then probably one I didn't do a good job of, but I've done better this year, at least in 2024, is meet people. You just got to meet a lot of people. And I mean, and the right people, not just anybody, but you got to find the right circuits to get into. So a big pivot I made this year, Harry, was I meet probably 200 to 300 men a week. And in different meetings that I'm in, I started getting up at 7 a.m. I'm at a different men's meeting Monday through Saturday, and I see anywhere from 30 to 50 to 100 different men every single day of the week that I didn't even know. Some of them I didn't even know last week, and I meet new people. And that's been a big game changer for me. I'm a people person by nature, but I did not put the right system in place to be able to meet this number of people. And now I'm meeting new people. It's part of my DNA. And so those are kind of my big 5 right now that I'm working on, that I've had to learn moving from a corporate into entrepreneurial world.
Follow us for more interviews with the world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.